Howdy ho, all you greasers. Hey, Wyatt Scott here. Wyatt Scott's Guitar Shop Talk. Alright, so I wanted to showcase these beauties. I've been a busy beaver the last few months, and I rebuilt these and customized them. Stripped them down all bare naked and rebuilt them from the ground up. All new parts, all new hardware, pickups, bridges, tuners, locking tuners on all of them, all new wiring and pots, and then set them all up, fret jobs on all of them as well, and then even cool customized truss rod covers. You know, they're all Epiphones. Been having a lot of fun. That one, truss rod covers in the mail. So this one is a 1994, and that was a tobacco sunburst, and I relicked all of them. Poor man relic job, but you know what? They came out really nice, I think. And this wood is amazing, you know, hiding under all that poly and all that paint, so it's pretty sweet. I dig it. So I've been doing this, yeah, and if you have a cheap, shitty guitar you want rebuilt, I can really help you out because it's not that expensive, and I'll do it for a reasonable fee, and your guitar will look, play, and sound better than it ever has. The problem with these cheap guitars is they're really not bad. The wood is good on most of them. It's the time that they have to put it together and the cheap parts that they put on that make them shitty. So if you rebuild them, you know, you get a $200-300 Epiphone and you strip it down naked and rebuild it with better parts that you can do it for about $150 on all of these pickups and all the, you know, tuners, wiring, everything, new knobs, for about $150, Amazon, eBay parts. And it's not Seymour Duncan, it's not DiMarzio, but there's knockoffs of those famous pickups that we love, right? And these builders are insane. This guy is called the Guitar Part Zone on eBay, and I really highly recommend you check him out if you're looking to get new pickups and you don't want to pay, you know, the big premium from Seymour Duncan and DiMarzio, because let's face it, you know, the cost of building those pickups is probably, you know, $30, if that, and then the rest is markups, right? So for a set of humbuckers from Seymour for $200, it costs them not even maybe $30 to make them, maybe more. I don't know, but it's a huge, insane markup, and these knockoff guys are doing it in their garages for a lot less, and you should take advantage of it like I am, because they really do sound amazingly good, and I can't really tell the difference. Right, so on this one I call a honeydew, and check out the back. It's nice. Right, so oops. Right, so you take all that paint off, that black paint, and there's just this amazing wood underneath on some of these, especially these older Epiphones. This one was made in Korea in 1994 in the Samick factory, I believe. And you know, researching Epiphone 100s. In the last 2 months, 3 months, I've come to discover that the Korean ones are really the best ones, made in the 90s. And I can attest to that because the quality goes downhill as we progress. They moved the production to China in late or early 2000s, and it's just been kind of going downhill ever since. So if you get your hands... Oops. Hate that show. Sorry. Yeah, if you can get your hands on a cheap Epiphone, an Epiphone 100 or an Epiphone Standard off a Reverb, you know, for like $200-300, which is, I didn't pay any more than, gosh, what was the most I paid? That's a Standard right there, called her Dark Lady. And this one, I think I paid $220 with shipping. I mean, that's a legitimate Epiphone Standard, right? It's got the glued in neck, and that was an ebony all black, and I photoed it, and look at this gorgeous, like, tiger stripe. It's crazy too, because if you get a side profile view, it literally looks 3D. It's really cool. These are all Geiger bridges, most of them, and those are cheap. They're like less than $25, and they're epic. I mean, they're just as good as you're ever gonna need for a cheaper guitar. Even you could put them on a Les Paul Standard. I'd rock that on a Les Paul Standard any fucking day. Again, we're paying premium for these well-known producers of guitar parts and pickups and whatnot, and guitars, but literally you just really don't need to fall into that trap all the time. You can spend a lot less and get, almost just as good, and it's gonna work fine. No one's gonna really tell the difference. Just your ego will tell the difference. Okay, so let me backtrack. That's a 94 Epiphone 100. Then here's a 2002 Epiphone 100. This is the first one I did about two months ago. And it came out really sick. And the reason being really was because, again, this is 2002, so it's really still heavy, nice mahogany, and rosewood fretboards, fingerboards on both of those, and that one. That's Indian Laurel 2023, right? So they start cheaping out, right, as you progress. But the bodies get lighter as you go, and the wood gets shittier. See, that's a 2014, and the wood still looks okay, but then you go to 2023, this one, and it's just, there's nothing special about it, right? There's no cool grain underneath or nothing like that, like these ones. This got really cool grain. And, bonus, this one had red primer under the neck, under the black, and it just looks sick. Back up. Hey, look at that fucking thing. It's like a hot rod, right? God damn. And I know how to set these things up, right, with all the tools from Music Nomad. I highly recommend all their tools. And so they play way better than they would ever coming from a factory. The action, intonation, bridge radius, nut height, everything's dialed in, fucking sick. And these all have new nuts, tusk nuts, right? Which are like, what, $15, if that, right? So they all have tusk nuts, and they've all been bridges and frets done properly, so these things stay in tune so fucking good. They have all lock-in tuners from Geiger. Again, Geiger's a great company. I really, I'm sold on them, right? It's cheap, and it's good enough for these cheaper guitars any day. Let's see, what did I say? These have the JB Hot Rod wannabe knockoffs from Guitar Part Zone, the guy on eBay. And they sound literally just like a set of Seymour Duncan Hot Rod. The JB, what is it? The JB4 in the bridge and the JB N2 in the neck, right? This one has the same set of pickups from the same guy. This is a 2005 again, and this is an interesting one. He sold me a set. He was out of these with the neck 2N. So this is a Seymour Duncan 59 knockoff, and I really like it. You can tell the difference from the jazz neck pickup. It's a little bluesier, woodier, not as articulate, but it's lovely. And for a Les Paul, it's sick. It really does pair well. You get two really good distinct sounds with the SH4 wannabe and the 59 in the neck. It's a pretty it's more of a drastic tonal change than the SH4 and the SH2, and that's why that's the highest selling pickup pair in history. I think it's because they just mesh so well. This one is a 2014, and I love this one. I'm keeping this for sure. This is another high. So these black ones, these Epiphone 100s. There's three of them here. The black black ones with the tan wood underneath. I call those the highway ladies. After that great UFO song, you know? That's Honeydew. Honey Don't, Carl Perkins, but this is a Honeydew. That's the highway ladies. 3 of them. 2023 right here, and you can see the wood again. It's not nearly as nice, right? So these pickups are from Guitar Parts Zone, eBay guy, and they're P90s. It's his version of a P90, and they're fucking great. Alnico 4 magnets in those. Like I said, Indian Laurel fretboard. I mean, it's still very nice wood, right? But it just, rosewood's my favorite. Just looks and feels better. Look at the detail on the headstock I got going here, right? Nice. Geiger rust-colored tuners kind of go well with that brown on the edges, right? This one looks cool in the back. Again, it was missing that red primer. I really was tripping on that red primer, man. I wish they had the red primer on them, but just that 2002 one did. And none of these other guitars have had any kind of different kind of primer underneath, which is kind of odd, but it's what it is. So yeah, this one probably, looks-wise, my least favorite, of course, right? And that's just a victim of the cheaper paint job and the cheaper wood, and I'm just trying to bring out what the universe is telling me to do to these things. And I just, just start working, and it's like a piece of art just comes out. And as I'm working, I kind of get the vision of what it would look like, or what it could look like, and then I just kind of try to follow that. So it's sick, and a lot of fun. And again, if you have a lower price guitar, you're in the Vista, California area, hit me up on YouTube or Instagram, Wyatt Scott's Guitar Shop. I'd be happy to help you out with your guitar, restringing, whatever you need, modifications, or a full rebuild like this, and a faux job for cheap, maybe $300 or $400, and I can totally rebuild your guitar. What else did I want to say is, these pickups are Me 90s from I think it's Guitar Fetish, and these are sick pickups. Oh my goodness, they sound really good. I played a show about 2 weeks ago at the surf club in the daytime, and I played this guitar there, and you can just hear it roar on my Instagram page, on my Osiders Instagram page, on my Wyatt Scott Guitar Shop Instagram page. I'm playing this thing, and it just sounds so good. Those P90s are just fucking raw, dude. They're good for punk rock and just rock and roll. What else? So yeah, again, that's Guitar Parts Zone's P90s, and I'm gonna do a A/B comparison between these two. I'm curious to see which P90s sound better. Anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to share that, guys and girls, shit. And I gotta figure out which ones I'm gonna keep. I want to keep them all, but I can't really afford to. Mama needs money, right? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.